New studies have come out showing that chemical hair straighteners are actually increasing the risks of certain cancers developing in women. Joining me to talk about this is attorney Chelsie Green. Chelsie, this is very terrifying, actually, what we're seeing here. Chemical hair straighteners, all kinds of different chemicals in them, bunch of different manufacturers.
Absolutely.
But right now, the studies are quite terrifying. So what are these new studies telling us about what these chemical hair straighteners are doing with women?
Absolutely. So what these studies are telling us is that chemicals in these hair relaxers and these chemical straighteners are causing reproductive cancers in women, specifically ovarian cancer and uterine cancer, and also looking at studies that relate the causation to breast cancer.
Well, it's very interesting here because, again, there's lots of different chemicals in these straighteners and these relaxers. So far, we haven't been able to pinpoint what is causing this increased risk. But when you look at the studies, the risk is obvious.
Exactly. So what we are taking a look at are the phthalates in the chemical hair straighteners, as well as the formaldehyde. We are targeting those chemicals, but as you stated already, there's a ton of chemicals in these products that contribute to these cancers.
And one of the things we also see from these studies is the racial disparities. Obviously, these are products that black women are using, more so than white women. So the increase in cancer rate is absolutely astronomical. We're talking about a 4%, a little over 4% cancer rate in women using these products regularly.
Correct.
Versus about a 1% chance for those who never use them. That's a big jump.
Correct. Doubling, a little over doubling the percentage of African American women developing a cancer over those who won't necessarily have this exposure to these chemical hair straighteners. As you probably are aware, beauty standards in society have told women that straighter hair would be better. So African American women, some Latino women, usually women with textured hair, are going to this market. They're leaning in on these products, helping them to feel better about themselves, but ultimately now these chemicals are harming them.
Reading through this material and listening to you, tell that part of the story, it reminds me a lot of the talcum powder cancer stories.
Right.
Because we saw so much of that with the marketing of talc, even when they knew it was dangerous, going towards minority women, going towards low-income women. There's and obviously this is super new project, right?
Correct.
So we're still digging into this.
Absolutely.
But it wouldn't surprise me once we get into this and we see the companies involved and we see the marketing. I think we're going to see something very similar to what we saw with talc.
Absolutely, I agree totally. The disparity between non-African American users and those of African descent using these products, it's going to be a huge difference. Huge difference.
So Chelsie, real quick, how can women find out more information about this? Is there any place they can go? Because obviously this is a big thing and they need to stay tuned to this because, again, we've learned a lot, but there's still so much more to learn. So where can women go right now?
Absolutely. So you definitely visit our website. We intend to distribute more information as it becomes available to us. We want to make sure that it's made aware to the public on how these chemical relaxers are affecting women. So stay tuned into our website. If you feel like you've been affected by these cancers or these chemical products, please give us a call because we're here to help.
Thank you very much. Chelsie Green, obviously, as we learn more, we're going to bring you back on to help give us updates. But in the meantime, thank you for all the work you do. It was great talking with you.
Thank you. Same.